take from?
Radiant's
How's he
middle
farming so
tower
quickly?
is under attack.
Fudge things. Unfortunately, 23 Savage linked in the wrong way. The hook goes wide as well.
Now they know that he has no hook. Coming in, a Stormstormer, lassoed back. There's going to be the global. They want to cover this. Do they have the damage to kill him in time, though, is the question. Pure winds up the Requiem. He's still alive on 23 Savage. Will eventually die. But KP now might look for some kind of counterplay. He rebounded in with the BKB going, but ran out of damage quite quickly. Another rebound goes forward onto Fishman, but he gets forced off out of danger by Toby. Mikoto forced into BKB so that he can escape the fight. So they end up losing 2 heroes here. 23 Savage goes down, so does the Hide Undying.
They're wanting to see if they can get a little bit more of this gold on the map. KP is in the backlines here, looking to see if he can catch out Stormstorm. Another one of these walls goes in. He still has BKB though.
Global Silence will cover him at the moment. BKB activated by KP, and Stormstormer gets his own BKB and lassos back into the waiting hands of Pure, who just right-clicks him down. Oswald on the high ground of the fight. High drops down the tombstone to try and buy time, but unfortunately that time will quickly end. As they kill him, they take down the tombstone, manage to bring down the Rubik as well. All of these heroes just got in the blink of an eye.
A lot of people put a lot of praise onto the Sentinel roster. On 23 Savage, he's not leaving
Savage. BKBs though, but they don't care about the BKB because Pure has a double damage rune. Just right clicks right through 23 Savage. They also get the catch up onto Q. He's been brought back into an awkward position. One more right click from Pure will finish him off. That is a double kill for the Shadow Fiend, and as is the way of Dota 2, trying to steal this Roshan.
so much damage.
Alright. Almost dead right now. They need to do something very quickly. They get the jump onto Fishman. That is the best possible target, and he doesn't have buyback. He can't immediately come back into the fray. Will he try and go for the steal here? Indeed he does, but he doesn't get it. BKB active though. Kataomi gets himself hooked out of the Roshan pit. He's already been brought down at the right pitch on Makoto. Stormstormer as his BKB ends. They're running onto him, but Pure Requiems onto the high ground. Fears 3 heroes and ends up blowing up KP. So although they end up losing the Aegis, nonetheless
really abuse Blink Hex in these games, just because if you can outplay a BKB, then it just means you get the instant kill. And we've seen how important it is just getting one kill. Okay.
So they try to jump onto KP, but they're gonna go back onto Stormstormer. Global Silence does get popped for the fight, but look at the damage coming in from Makoto. Pure, unable to stand his ground, has to back off as the Daedalus is a little bit too strong. As their BKBs have now expired for Entity and they have no more global. They need to be very careful. Stolen Purification. They bring down Q in the river. It's now 4 versus 5. Entity looking like they're thinking about chasing, but it's kind of difficult without the lasso being available. Pure just gonna post on the high ground. And I think
Cloak, unobstructed movement and increases her spell damage, so flying Lina potentially be what they need here. There's a lot of BKBs there on Entity, so maybe not. Oh, the vision game is so strong.
Kataomi! 2 heroes caught inside the Avalanche. He will end up dying to the right click damage, but unfortunately for the side of the Entity, they've already lost one. Toby popped the Global Silence already, so it's down. Pure coming in onto KP. Flame Break pushes him back and he rebounds away as well. Stormstormer can't catch him. And the Soul Rip will keep him alive. Makoto, they popped his Linkens, but he does still have the BKB if he wants to turn around with this. Entity can't find more. It's 1-1 on both sides.
Duration as well. 23 Savage is turning into a bit of a menace. They're across the tombstone and say, come fight us here, Entity. Oh no, they got Hide.
Another lasso drag onto this Undying. He buys back into this one. Kataomi won't be able to find the jump just yet. Toby did drop the Global Silence. Tiny looking for a way in as the BKB was popped on the Purge. But at the same time, BKB was also utilized on the Backrider. So 1-for-1. Makoto still has access to his. Pops it now, and there's Kataomi getting demolished by this turret. Oh, the Shadow Fiend can now jump onto Pure, finding the Dismember. But Shadow Fiend activates the Satanic. He starts right-clicking back to health. He's gonna be all right. They have killed Toby though. And now Fishman getting himself dragged back into the fray. Dying to the right clicks of Makoto, who's already found himself a triple kill. And although Pure feels very strong, there's only so much he can do by himself. Toby goes in to try and delay the Roshan siege. They're going to be able to at least kill the Rosh. High does die to the right click damage of Pure, but Pure needs to watch himself. Back in, but 23 has the Aegis. He'll die, but he'll happily sacrifice himself if it means taking Pure down with him. As Stormstormer gets jumped onto by 23 Savage. With a refresh on the Dismember, it's enough to grab the kill on the Backrider. And the Entity have been broken around the Roshan pit. Talon Esports finally getting there. Go back live. We see them taking a lane of Braxton in this mid lane. We've all had games where you deal less than 15k damage in total, let alone in a solitary team fight. Makoto has protection on the high ground. The Lincoln Sphere prevents the lasso. And now they brought down the Bandrider. Stormstormer does have buyback. Pure, when he finds the Requiem, indeed he does. Feels back KP, but can't kill him. 23 Savage trying to track down Pure. Have access to the Dismember in a couple of seconds. Will they be able to eat him? Kataomi is tossed back high, but that's not one of the primary targets. Silence has been out. Fishman is dead. And Q jumps forward, drags back Pure. Pure gets eaten alive with his own Requiem as it gets stolen away by this Rubik. He dies, he's gone. And that's going to be another lane of racks taken as well by TALON Esports. This game is feeling like it's about to end here, Fluke. Entity were balanced on the knife edge for so long. TALON having to put them off a cliff near the Roshan pit. And now they're going to put them out of this game. Stormstormer hitting that lasso, dragging back the punch. They've already killed Toby, who's dead without buyback right now. Tossed back from Kataomi into the fountain, but 23 Savage keeps himself alive. There is going to be the right click damage from Makoto. They're not actually going to go for it because GG has already been called. Entity throw in the tower. They realize that most of his squad does have access to TP, so I wonder if they'll come down and try to mount a defense, and that's indeed what they're going to do. They're going for this. They also go in with the Vendetta, but they have the sentry room, but unfortunately, they have the Rolling Thunder first. They're cancelled out immediately by the mixed assassins by characters as Makoto comes in on the back of the fight, already eliminated on the Toby Enigma. Savage is going to go deeper into the fray, bringing down the Shadow Beam and chasing away Kataomi. Pure showed up, but Pure is getting chased down. They have the Seli Hammer in a moment from KP. No more Gust available for Pure. They don't even need the Seli Hammer. And they just go headlong into the Drow, kill them off. Kataomi tried to delay proceedings with the Avalanche safe place to be for the side of Entity.
Solar Guardian
will come out. Here we go. They're going to start off that same team fight yet again. Solar Guardian does come in, goes onto the Shadow Fiend. They want the Stormstormer kill. They are going to find it. Rolling Thunder still able to connect onto the dying on the back end of the fight. Fishman won't buy time with the Flesh Golem. Comes in, 23 Savage needs the shield crash to stay alive. The swap from high will ensure that he lives. And the Swashbuckle ends up getting the kill out of Fishman. Further north, here's KP chasing down Makoto, and Makoto comes in to finish off Toby. And Kataomi. He's a real team player, man. Doesn't want to. Yeah, but look at this. Kataomi also just has Blink Dagger. So if there's ever a time to take a fight, it will be now. He goes in, Avalanche onto 2, tosses back to Lina. There's the combo we wanted. That Requiem, but he doesn't die because the save is there from KP with the Solar Guardian. And now suddenly Stormstormer was isolated. Stormstormer was left behind. And Stormstormer who's killed. The fight isn't over though because 23 Savage, he finds the draw range on the high ground. There is going to be help though from Entity. Kataomi jumps in, bails out the draw by killing off the 23 Savage. Part 2 of this fight probably going to start soon, as the posturing around the Roshan pit has not ended. They have to get Kataomi with a little bit of damage. He gets both with the impale. Man, what range are these spells? Long range impale, long range magic missile. Kataomi is dead now without buyback. Roshan starting to regen now, but Makoto really wants to go back into this. Toby has dropped down the Midnight Pulse and the Malefice. Here comes Salvation. Thanks to the Solar Guardian. They swap Toby back into the middle of several heroes. Pure not going to be able to help out from afar, even though Stormstormer did drop the Requiem. Makoto has activated BKB as Pure now, chasing down KP. Trying to get these slows out of the Frost Arrows, but they know that all of these heroes are so mobile.
They just need to make sure that he's enabled in these team fights and making sure they're getting the kills. Oh, blink in from Q.
My God, what a player.
Takes off the Requiem.
Two-hero imp. The Requiem get a 2-hero LSA to stop both Requiem and Black Hole. And now Makoto in full turret mode, demolishing these heroes. Fishman barely escapes before he gets stunned up out of the TP. That's 3 heroes dead in a heartbeat. Yet again, the initiation coming in from this Nyx Assassin. And smoke up and force a fight with this Enigma. But they don't have a Lotus Orb or a Lincoln Sphere or anything to block the swap, so it's so hard if you don't have vision of your vengeful spirit to do it now. Nyx Assassin sets up yet again. Q comes in with the Blink Star. No Black Hole cancelled almost immediately. Makoto just throwing in the right clicks from the low ground, earning himself a double kill. Swap back onto Stormstormer. He's in the midst of all these heroes. Pure's now on the high ground, able to get out some right click damage onto 23 Savage. So there's some positivity in this fight. As Hyde also going to get caught out and right click down. They forced the reach.
Right. Pray to Gavin that he does get match or something. He's going to go in here. Okay.
Nice the response to the fight to try and bring down Hyde, but there is going to be the initiation from the ultimate from Solar Guardian. Unfortunately, they've already brought down Toby as well. The right-click damage from Makoto a bit too extreme. Rolling Thunder from 23 Savage, looking for Stormstormer. Stormstormer doesn't have BKB anymore, so has to worry about this. Nice little bash coming in from the 23 Savage Swashbuckle. But they don't really want to take this fight. Kataomi buys space with the Avalanche.
No way they want to go back.
And man, Makoto's right-click damage.
Is constantly getting in the face of Entity, and it's so hard for them because Toby is playing this Enigma and he kind of just gets caught out. Oh no, they found the drown.
Oh god, Pure found himself backed up by the Swan again, and Makoto just blinks on him with the BKB. Finishes him off high, finds the swap back onto Stormstormer. He gets himself bashed by 23 Savage. Both the cores are dead of Entity, and their double letters will emerge. GG, well played as core. Talon Esports have done it, taken the 2-0. Made this a very interesting day of Dota and created a multi-team tie at the bottom of Group B. This is Talon Esports keeping the TI-11 dream alive here, Fluke. They will not go gently into the sweep night.